Got hungry there, ladies and gentlemen, talking about good chocolate, and apparently Chef Nodder starts his day off with eating those chocolate coins, as he called them. I guess the dark chocolate coins, and letting them melt on his tongue with some coffee. That is actually a good way. Chocolate is good for you. I used to, welcome back, by the way. It's the What's Cooking Show. I'm Michael Horn. That's Paul Stern. I used to host a program with Dr. Herinda Graywall many years ago on a radio station in Southern California while I worked there. And Dr. Graywall was at the Women's Life Care Center. And she used to find that by looking at a lady's 30-day chart, that women that had a lack of some of the hormones in the body would go through certain stages that would kind of mirror each month the same way. 1 week not feeling well, very weak. 1 week cranky. Another week, feeling great. Another week here. And she would have the woman sort of plot out each month as it would go by, and then she would treat the lady with the particular woman with the hormones, progesterone or estrogen. And as you can see, I learned this stuff because I did this every week on this show. And one thing that came out time after time again in severe cases is that women would have extreme cases craving chocolate. And there is magnesium in the dark chocolate, and that's what they would actually be craving. So I believe chocolate is good for you from the standpoint of good magnesium. Are you okay, Paul? I'm hearing like some kind of, are you in the hospital or anything? Because I know you've been sick. I'm hearing like a nasograph going or something. Everything all right, Paul?
No, things are just fine back here.
That's good.
Yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm perfectly fine. I'm still a little bit under the weather, but kind of trying to bear through it.
Okay, because we've a lot of information here. We talked about roasting nuts, spreading, spraying of the chocolate. We talked about now the magnesium in the chocolate. And then your place that I think you should go to, this Lawrence Welk resort that is in Escondido, California, on the outskirts of town. They kind of keep the old people out on the outskirts of town. And when you get off the freeway, it's about a 2-mile drive along a side road there. And they don't use signs. You just roll your windows down and follow the polka music.
You know, that's kind of interesting. You mentioned it's not that you just don't use signs, but you just roll the window down. Because the other day, as I was driving home from a long day at the office.
That's interesting. Yeah, and
no.
There's more to the story. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was cut off by a gentleman doing a pizza delivery. One of those people that has one of those signs on top of their vehicles.
They have a pizza, by the way. There are restaurants at the Welk Resort, just as a side note here, and one of them is I think a Pizza Hut pizza that they have on the property itself. Yes, go ahead. So this guy's delivering a pizza, and you cuts you off?
Yeah. So when I pulled up alongside it and gave the guy a dirty look, he gave me the finger.
Well, I hope it wasn't cut off after they were slicing up the pizza.
No. I was just wondering whether or not I should report him.
There's a lot of anger. I've talked to some people recently. There's apparently someone who rides around the station cutting people off and then getting angry and following them, trying to push them off the road. So you got to be careful if you engage someone. I just sort of backed off. Here's the thing. I don't want to say we're in an angry type in our in our society these days, but they actually, and this is at the Lawrence Welk Resort, they actually have a guard shack.
What were you doing at the Lawrence Welk Resort?
What do you think the guards at the guard shack are protecting? I mean, someone may be stealing an extra plate of pasta from the $6 pasta thing. I mean, what would it be? Someone maybe that came out of the men's room with toilet paper on their heel and they can alert the person as they leave the Welk Resort. What would there be to protect? I think mostly the people at the Welk Resort would be law-abiding citizens.
Well, no, a lot of these people are on Social Security to get these monthly checks.
Yeah.
And so therefore there are people that are looking out to take advantage of some of these senior citizens, and they prey upon those that are living in some of these resort facilities that are kind of geared towards the more seasoned citizens.
Well, I had a meeting there at the Welk Resort, and all the condos, I mean, all the units that they have, and these are, as I mentioned, this place has really been nicely done. The old wing looks like it was done like 5-7 years ago. I mean, it's a beautiful place, like any hotel you would stay at. Beautiful. The one-bedroom suite that I walked through had a living room, kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, and they have 2-bedroom suites and more. They all look out on the golf course, where you can see every day the golf course is open and people play, and there's usually someone there at the tee-off area helping the people stand up so they can actually hit the ball. And I was thinking this might be a place for you and I to go play our golf game, because I think we could probably get in there in our long game, those 20 or 30-foot shots that we go, could maybe win some some competitions there. It's beautifully beautifully done. The landscape of the golf course is just wonderful. It's kind of fun to sit there and watch the sunset as the golfers play. Great place there. This is out in Escondido, California, and there are some of our great listeners on Cox Cable in San Diego.
Hey, coming up, Mike, we're going to talk with Gabe Sagley. Gabe is the senior editor at Travel Zoo. Going to get on into some Valentine's
he's
travel.
Not on my list here today.
Pardon me?
I don't have that on my list of people here today on the blog.
Gabe is an addition to the scheduled list of.
I don't have him scheduled here right now. This is why they have the guards at the Welk Resort to guard us against people like this Gabe Sagley trying to force his way to.
We'll be back after these messages.
Have you heard? Proactive is new and better than ever. Stay tuned for a 1 million bottle giveaway announcement. Do you have troubled skin?